fucking dope.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live final round coverage of the International Challenge. Always great to be in Troon, Scotland at the Royal Troon Golf Club, founded in 1878. Frank, it is a golf course, true links. It's bathed in history. 190-yard shot now. Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about, that narrow the front of this green up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Settles in over the putt. Frank, that looked good to me. Right? Good try, just didn't quite read the break rank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you think, cleaning up here for par.
All right.
Moves up into second place with that par.
So he's got his eyes well entrenched on the leader.
Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because when he goes after it like he is here.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That will be a great look at birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That is some good work right there. Birdie, one shot closer to the lead. The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5. Here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. But I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, and he still managed to get it onto the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3.
That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit.
That's out of bounds. It'll cost him a shot. Now on his 3rd shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Fucking
tough break, really, Rich, on that last shot. It just got away from him.
Over that one.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Look at the smart shot right there. Still not home yet, playing his 4th. Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
That par certainly won't hurt the cause.
Still some time. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Hit it.
I pulled it back too much.
Just a couple of feet. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, now the final hole, steeped in so much history. When you think about the legends of the game who have walked off this tee on their way to the claret jug, guys like Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, John Locke.
If you've got a one-shot lead standing on this tee, somehow you have to avoid those 4 bunkers. 3 down the left, 1 down the right, with a strip of fairway in between. Oh, that's fine.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. On the green in regulation. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Par bid here. Just dripped that in.
It sucks.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
So that concludes the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on the tournament?
Rich, I thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players, and we saw some exciting golf out there all across the board.
I mean, shit. Placing within the top 5. Still first in the standings. Over to up with.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Today we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo set to bring you all of the action for the EA Sports Spring Invitational. And Frank, what can the players expect from Wolf Creek?
Just a mesmerizing layout, Rich. You can see that from above. Straight driving is imperative out there today. You actually don't have to hit the ball a long way. The elevation on those tees is going to give you that extra distance on almost every shot. You can even take driver out of play on some of the holes. But really it's about being in the right position first on those tee shots that you're going to hit today.
make that. I can make that.
Wants a little extra.
It's just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taken off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Richard.
Frank, I really like this hole, par 3/8 here at Wolf Creek.
It measures just under 250 yards. Really what you want to know is, though, is the yardage just to the front edge of the green. Anything, obviously, that carries sort of 5 or 6 paces on there, then at least you've got a relatively big green to hit at. But you can see the trouble that surrounds short and left of this green, as well as just over the back.
Not terrible, but not at best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh my God, are you fucking shitting?
Man.
Come on.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. So with that, the score is now at even par. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 ninth, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. You lay it up into that wide area of the fairway. If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you'll get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunk on that right side, or at least take that out of play. Because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Oh, yeah. I want to hit one.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Oh, shit. That runs on a hit 5, so.
Really,
You hit wide.
this is an awkward length.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Beginning the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th hole.
Got to be careful here, Rich. That desert ridge on that right side, it sort of makes that fairway look smaller than exactly what it is. This fairway is about the same width as all the others, so just convince yourself that. Good drive down here is going to give you a second shot, a little bit uphill, into a green that sort of slopes away on about a 45-degree angle. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Early part of the second nine, a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
Onto the
Only
11th
number
hole,
one
we're
in the whole
looking
fucking
downhill,
Sanders,
215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on the tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards. Very playable, and you never know. Today might be the day where you make it.
On the green, and the chance for birdie. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
That's a good par there, Rich.
Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.
Hell of a fuck. Really need one. I ain't holding one balls to the fucking wall.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present second round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Always some extra excitement when you get to the first major championship of the year, and here we are. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada for the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Partner, this is a big one.
It certainly is, Rich. And being the first major of the year, you know the players are going to be a little bit more nervous. Anticipations of a great year are going to start right here this week at Wolf Creek. And you're going to have to make all those adjustments out there. Is your game ready? Can you adjust for the changes of elevation? And do you have the confidence to go all the way and pick up the first major championship of the year?
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Boy, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Oh, can't hide a flagstick from that man. So a tester from 4 feet.
my fucking
Good
God. 2 parts
stroke.
of
Just came up empty. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round.
I fucking suck. I hate this fucking game. Bullshit.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevate falls off, as you can see, down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
Well read.
Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight. Really, that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dogleg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen.
Are
So
you
look
shitting
straight
me?
at green. That's your line to try and
Okay.
bisect those two
I just
fairway
want to lay
anchors.
it up right.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Now ready for the explosion shot. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. See if you can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it. Oh, solid strike, right in the heart of the green.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. One on the board, and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Done.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long way. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. How about that? An eagle, Frank, and a nice move on the leaderboard. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present third round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Here at the sixth, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole too for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Looks like he just misread that. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but a layup hole just it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And where I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sand eye.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Not a problem there, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. He's made it.
All right.
Frank, the 8th here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada is really the signature par 3, isn't it?
I'd go so far, Rich, to say this is a great par 3. Doesn't matter where it was played. The stream that sort of comes all the way down there and surrounds the left side of the screen makes this hole really daunting. Logic would say if you're going to miss the screen, obviously you'd miss it to the right, but it's just a beautiful hole. And then you put the fact that the canyon frames the whole hole itself. It's beautiful.
Well, hit the green, but certainly not close to the hole.
Yeah, probably barely give him a C for that shot.
Well, maybe next time. Shouldn't be a problem here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Finishing up this front side here at a par 4 9th, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunk on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Frank, as we look at the approach here at the 9th, what do you think the best play is?
Well, unless you've laid up off the tee, Rich, you're only going to have a short shot into this green. You don't have to loft it too high. You can use the full length of the green. Something coming in a little bit lower and bouncing towards the flag is probably the best play.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Hit it. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
God damn it, no, I
Wow,
didn't.
he
Fuck
got
this
robbed,
goddamn
Frank.
hole, man.
No, it's like
I hate
kissing your mother-in-law.
Just
Going to
fucking
tap
get
out on this hole for the week for another bogey on this hole. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Don't forget the final round comes your way tomorrow for our entire crew. So long for now.
Nothing I can say about that. And then I was trash bag. Racist. Eighth or so.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present final round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoke.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you, and remind yourself too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here, and this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3 just to look at, or even at least experience.
Oh, too far. Fuck me.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Getting set now over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That's a bogey. Frank, the par 5 12th is another case of a hole where you see that Wolf Creek Golf Club can actually be kind of scary, daunting. I mean, you look out at the desert mountains, and then you add in some water, which we have here on the left, and you can go for some big numbers here if you're not careful.
Well, this is where the Wolf and the Creek can take a bite out of you. You hit it left off the tee, then you're certainly going to start to rack up a number. There's enough fairway down the right, but once again, if you hit a good drive and this hole is reachable for you, then you've got to worry about the water, which is to the right of this green. 5 wouldn't be the worst score you can make around here, that's for sure. I've seen 6s and 7s.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Crucial eagle attempt on the left. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on half 5.
Now to the 13th hole, and, oh, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
It looks like that, but then you find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the Memorials would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill, but if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it, see if you can make it.
He knew it. I definitely have to try it. This fucker's gone. This might be too much.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Holy shit.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
What's he asked me if I could go? I didn't think I'd go that far. Now that I know, though.
Oh, looked like he caught a flare right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Oh, come on, man. I never gave that.
Missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh, painful lip out. It was a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. And he makes it. We're a bogey here. th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, 6 bunkers, 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see, the other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. It's sort of 3 different tier levels in that. But let's see, birdies are to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Just a little tap in here. No problems there.
Yeah, it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go under with the flag?
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Now to the 16th hole, and Frank, another good scoring chance.
If you can avoid the confusion off the tee, it looks like the hole might be dogleg, then is it a carry? Meanders from one way to the other, but really when you actually break the hole down, it's virtually straight ahead. Those 2 bunkers in the driving distance, they frame the hole nicely, so play it as a straightaway par 4. It should set up beautifully for just a little short iron and perhaps a birdie opportunity.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Just a beautiful approach shot.
Even par currently.
Good stroke, just came up empty.
This game's just fucking highway robbery. I already would have snapped my fucking clubs and fucking left.
Drops for par. Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a 2-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, and obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that 3rd shot across the water. But really a fun hole if you want to try and take that 2nd shot on.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway.
2nd shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good putt. Eighteenth hole, and Frank, again, a good scoring opportunity. Short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a thick wedge into this green.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
So
3rd shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
You can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just misses. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. So they'll tap in. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
It's so fucking disappointing.
So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.
Fucking stats up. You got a new set of clubs? Open? They're set. Fuck, you pay me money. All right. Shake it out. Got this. Screwing up on easy shots.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live first-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Beautiful day here at the TPC Boston in Norton, Massachusetts. This is the site of the Deutsche Bank Championship, part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo.
And a fun golf course in front of us today too, really carved out of this wonderful New England landscape. 92 bunkers adorn the golf course, and well, we are in New England, so you'd expect a little bit of weather. We might get a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind, but golf course built and certainly plays well in any condition.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
So a tester from 4 feet.
God, come the fuck on.
Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Fifth hole, and we pick up the action. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. Now it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. few 10, 15-foot putts start going down, this round will change dramatically.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Still even par for the day. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4/6.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
I barely fucking sliced that bitch.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Certainly had enough power. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. That was a solid strike and a good result. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Well, Frank, as they say up here in New England, that wraps up another wicked good round.
Yeah, you've just played one of the best golf courses up in New England area, and it was the best time of the year to play.
Shit. Oh, I got a lot of work. Placing hecklers. That gets. Up in some fucking butts. Stop getting robbed by.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship.
When he goes after it like he is here.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket.
A million miles fucking, a million miles into a ball in the fucking hole.
Good par. Frank, they renovated the par 5 second back in 2010. What'd they do to the hole, and how does it play now?
Well, they changed the green, especially the left side. There's a huge mound there now. It's still a driver off the tee, but before you could bail out on the left side, you can't bail out anymore. It's a devilish of a chip over that mound.
Those chocolate drop mounds give the course a really nice look.
Yeah, they just pop. And you can see them, and you know that they're problematic.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That bird coming up, formality.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Now the third hole, it's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Ooh, chance for birdie.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable, par 4, here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk reward. Just look at that bunker on the left as the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run, how it just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Really, the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. These putts keep the round together. Comfortably inside the confine, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Now on to the 5th, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Trying to stay steady, make a par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. That concludes the second round here at this amazing golf course. And Frank, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
I certainly am as well. The players have gotten off to a very good start, and they must have a good feel for the course right now and know what they have to do in order to win.
They have an action game. Boys, when we get cut, I won't even get to see the fourth day. Let's go.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship. And the ball settles on the green 26 feet away. Settles in over the putt. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
And drops it in. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit two of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. It's a master class in short game.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Down it. That's a birdie. Back-to-back par fours here at TPC Boston. Set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across.
Wow. John Daly, take the back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
It stopped yet? It's still going. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just a couple feet. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, the 14th. A shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into the stout par 4.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Frank, after a couple of par 4s where you just sort of let it go with the driver, different strategy here at the 15th?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away here. This is one where it's a nice smooth swing. Get that ball on the fairway. And that second shot, you've got to carry that false front.
But look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drive, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Oh my God.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on a short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Love it with a nice splash out of the bunker and softly and just runs out right next to the hole. Beautiful shot.
It's okay, we'll take par.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.
I'm 23rd.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobila. We're at the TPC Boston here in Massachusetts. And Frank, what kind of a golf course are we facing today?
Big golf course, very much a sort of an inland link style. Bill Hands and Brad Fax, and they've tweaked it over the last few years. It's been a staple on the FedEx Cup playoffs since 2007.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, did take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Midway through this back nine, could use this bird here at the 14th. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide. Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Safely aboard. Locked in on the read and the speed.
There we go. Oh, and I got it. Fuck you.
Sneaking into contention here. That birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
The players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway in 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. The Well, the bad news is he missed his target by quite a bit. The good news, he's still on the green. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
That's when you know it's fucked, when it takes that long for it to try to read the fuck. Yeah, I don't know, man. Right.
Looks like he just misread that. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Too far to the other way.
Man,
Just pushed it.
Dog shit.
boy, that hurts.
Dog shit.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And drops it in. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that pot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Get down! Lay down! Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
So a tester from 4 feet. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
So just a formality here.
Rich, it's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on leaderboard. Frank, we did see some good golf out there today, but others really struggled.
Yeah, any competitive player wants to win. We don't doubt that, but we know you're not going to win them all. So it's still important for every golfer to continue to gain experience, to actually get something out of each and every tournament they play in.
Oh shit. 16. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna make a sandwich or something. Still gonna play, I'm just gonna keep my mic muted.
EA Sports. To the game.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. And we welcome you to one of the most popular golf courses on the PGA Tour. It is Quail Hollow. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Frank, it is just starting to heat up out on the golf course. Fans are streaming in, anticipating a highly contested event with the best golfers in the world.
One reason the fans love this course so much, Rich, the Green Mile. It's fine to have a good golf course, but it's got to have a great finish. It's got a great finish, and it becomes a great golf course. Quail Hollow has that great finish of 16, 17, and 18.
Good-looking shot right here. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one. Even par, currently.
Just misses.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. In some good golf early on. Let's get you caught up as we go out to the 7th hole. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell, but really not a lot of damage done.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Has it now sitting at 2 and par for the tournament. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par 4s, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
long and straight.
That's how you do it.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, there's really great history here at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, it's a private members club. It was founded by James Harris back prior to 1960. We know it hosted the Kemper Open from 69 through to 79, the Payne Weber Invitational from 83 to 89. And now, obviously, it's the host of the Wells Fargo Championship ever since it debuted back in 2003.
Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp, and the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right, but you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. This one just requires a little bit of focus. This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to the home of the Wells Fargo Championship, where the likes of Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, and long-hitting J.B. Holmes have all won. It was first opened for play in 1961. It has really grown through the years, and it is now played by the best in the world. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, EA Sports. Let's jump down to the golf course. Frank, that is position A.
The tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just to tap it from about 8 feet. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, you're going to be disappointed.
Try and move on with a par in his pocket. That is a solid par putt. Now to the first par 5 here at Quail Hollow, the 5th hole. It's 570 yards, and it would seem, Frank, that this tee shot sets up well for a guy like Rory McIlroy.
It does. Someone that hits it long and moves the ball right to left, and that's what you're going to have to do here. One of the main reasons for that is not necessarily the dogleg, but the fact that the fairway, Rich, slopes away from you. It slopes to the right and away, so that makes that tee shot so much more difficult.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Playing his third here at the par 5. That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, that's how it's done. The approach shot is within 10 feet and another good look. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good par, good position on the leaderboard. Frank, this is where you know that players like Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy are playing a different game than guys like me. They step up to this 250-yard par 3 and they might hit a 5-iron. It is a little downhill, but they might be with a middle iron. A lot of us would be with a driver.
Well, you see the advantage of that car on this very hole, not just because of the length they got to hit it, but the green they're heading into. This green slopes off in both directions, right and left, so you have to land that ball in the middle of the green. So yeah, it's a big advantage if you can go at this hole with like a 5-iron.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5 7th.
And a 6 and a 7 and an 8 or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just flew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
On the green, and the chance for a birdie. Frankie going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
With that birdie, moves 1 shot closer to the lead. Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of a tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader, and you can just go out and play. Excellent position to be in.
Presented by EA Sports in association with PGA Tour. What really sets Quail Hollow apart here at the Wells Fargo Championship, the brutal finishing stretch. They call it the Green Mile. And we are excited to bring you all of the tournament action. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Offline, and I think that one headed for the rough. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Good effort and good par putt. Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, that final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing run on the second 9. And holes like this, too. He just stood up here with a driver and just obliterated it down there with a nice ball. Took those bunkers out of play and just set up a mid-iron. Has it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Well, Frank, this is always a critical moment in the round. The 15th, the second shot to the par 5. What's your best advice?
Well, I'd actually look at the green first. You can see there's so many undulations, humps and hollows on the screen. So when you look now at that second shot, you realize it's got to be hit up very, very quickly and land in whichever specific section that you try and hit at.
Very solid right there. 8 feet away, well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap. Good putt. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
This is an approach shot that will really test a player. Second to the 16th.
This is not heading the right direction.
You know, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. With that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that high.
I didn't think that was doable.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Got it. Par. Frank, this is all you want in a par 3, especially late in the round. You have to carry the water. You have to deal with the pressure. At 221 yards, this requires a player's very best.
On the process of elimination, don't go long, don't go left, don't go short, and right is marginal. It doesn't leave you with much.
Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has, it plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really good about that. You'd rather it be in the rough.
Fuck this game. I'm done with it. Hell no. I gotta call it. My hand is starting to hurt. But thank you for watching.